welcome to another episode of Sugar and Spice. Today I'm making cream of mushroom soup. Fall is on the corner. It's coming just right after 1 week, and I'm not a summer person. All year long after summer, I wait for winter and fall to come so I can enjoy all those hot chocolate, coffee, and soups. So why not share with you guys a recipe for fall? So we're making a cream of mushroom soup today. Let's see what ingredients we need for this recipe. We need some cremini mushrooms. You can use portobello or you can use the regular white mushroom, which is also called button mushrooms. I used about those 2 small containers, and we need 1 yellow onion. We need about 2 sticks of celery. This is optional. Usually in original or authentic cream of mushroom soup, we don't use celery. So if you want it, you can use it. If you don't want it, don't use it. A few sprigs of parsley for garnishing, and I'm using 2 cubes of chicken bouillon. You can use chicken stock if you want, or you can use beef stock if you want. I'm using these chicken bouillons today. So we need 2 of them, about 4 to 5 cloves of garlic, 2 to 3 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. This is about half a cup of cream, about half teaspoon of black pepper, and about 1 to half teaspoon of salt. Just give your onion a rough chop, nothing fancy. You can use, I prefer using yellow onions for this soup. If you want to use red onion, feel free to do. I'm going to turn on my stove for about 2 to 3, maybe 4 tablespoons of oil. In original recipe, or a lot of people use butter for this recipe. I'm not going to use butter because I'm a little bit health conscious, trying to cut down few calories and cholesterol, because we have to use cream in this recipe also. So I'm not going to use butter, but if you want to use butter, feel free to do that. So just chop your onions. Meanwhile, just going to cut some sticks like so. I'm going to add my onions and celery in oil. Just like so. We're going to cook it for about maybe 5 minutes or 6 minutes. We don't have to brown it, we're just going to wilt it a bit. Meanwhile, I'm going to chop and add my garlic. In that mixture. Okay. Meanwhile, I'm gonna start chopping mushrooms. Again, reminding you guys that don't worry about chopping very fancy. Just give it a rough chop. Okay, now I'm gonna add my mushrooms in it right away, because the mushrooms, the onions, the celery, it all needs to cook together. And you guys know that mushrooms, it doesn't take that long to cook. I'm gonna add salt. It was about half a teaspoon of salt. You guys have probably noticed that I'm using this kind of teaspoon, not a measuring teaspoon. I kind of feel comfortable using this. I'll cook it for 5-6 minutes maybe. Okay, the water or moisture from mushroom has already started to evaporate. The minute we notice that all the moisture from vegetables are gone, then we're going to add our flour in a pot. Quite ready, and now we can add our flour in it. I'm gonna add a little bit first. Okay. Now, in the measurement, I told you guys 3 tablespoons of flour, and it depends how thick you want your soup. So if you want thicker soup, you can take 4 tablespoons, or if you want a little thinner consistency, you can reduce the amount that I've mentioned in this recipe. Okay, at this point you need to keep on stirring. We have to cook the flour for about 3 minutes to get rid of that raw floury smell. Stirring, constant stirring at this point. We don't want any lumps in our soup. I think now it's the time to add water in it. Add a little bit first, so you can stir all the mixture in it very well and dissolve all the lumps that creates right when you add the water. Because if it's too watery all of a sudden, then you cannot get rid of the lumps. Just giving you guys a rough guess, probably I'm going to add about 4 to 5 cups of water and soup. I'm going to cook it for about maybe 10 to 15 minutes. And now I'm gonna add my chicken bouillons in it. We're gonna let it cook for 10 to 15 minutes. We're gonna keep on check on it. Okay, I'm gonna check the soup now. Looks good. Maybe I'm gonna add a little bit of water. A little bit. I'm gonna add now a little bit of parsley in it. If I like parsley. I mean, if you don't like it, you don't want to add any, you can cut it. You don't have to. And black pepper, the reason why I didn't add in the beginning, because when you add your black pepper in the beginning of something that you're cooking, you don't get the taste and the aroma of black pepper at all. It's just, I don't know, so, something, I mean, you don't, it just goes away. As you cook your dish for a long time, you don't get the taste and the fragrance of black pepper. So I always add mine towards the end. Now I'm going to add the cream. Now, I need help of my handy dandy hand mixer. This is a lifesaver. Okay, if you don't have a hand mixer, you can use your blender. You can just scoop or ladle the soup out in your blender and then pour it back in your pot. Okay, now I'm trying to be careful because I don't want any spatters on me or on my kitchen or my stove. Let's see. Okay, so you notice that it's not all the way puree yet. I don't want to make it totally puree, you know, I just want to leave a little bit of texture in it. Maybe another swirl. Yeah, this is the consistency I like. I like some bits and chunks of vegetables and mushrooms in my soup. I think it's good, and I'm going to cook it for another 2 minutes or so. Okay, now we have cooked it for like 2 to 3 minutes after blending it with a hand mixer. And this is the consistency that I prefer. Some people like it very thick, some people like it a little bit runny. It's up to you. If you want it thicker, you can boil it or cook it for another 6 to 7 minutes. But I like it. I like mine this way. Right. I'm gonna ladle it out, and you're not gonna like that. Oopsie, what a trick. I'm gonna sprinkle some black pepper on top. I like my food spicy. If you want, you can garnish or sprinkle with some red pepper flakes. That's me. I like my food very spicy and always spicy. And there you go. Cream of mushroom soup is all ready. And hopefully you guys like this recipe, and until next time, I'll see you again